Welcome back to This Week in the Mohawk Valley. Time now for the Central New York Travel Show. Kelly Blazosky from Oneida County Tourism with us this morning. Hello, Kelly. How are you?
Good morning. I'm great, Jim.
Great. We're going to take a ride this morning on the Adirondack Scenic Railroad, figuratively.
Figuratively, but get everybody to take a ride. And here to talk about what's going on for the fall schedule is Mark Piersma. Thank you for joining us.
Why, hello. It's very busy out there. That's for sure.
Crazy busy. Can't believe
I can't believe the summer schedule is already over. This was our last week of operation for our summer schedule. Yep. Now we're on a little bit of a break, a 2-week break, so we get the fleet ready, ready for the ever-busy fall foliage.
And weekend, everyone.
It's
can't believe it.
I can't believe it. And it's been a great summer, though, for at least for us, out of Utica and our Thundera operations.
That's good
we just celebrated our 25th anniversary.
Yes,
so
congratulations.
It was a really great event. We brought a steam locomotive for the first time in 60 years to the Adirondacks. So it was really popular.
Very cool.
Yeah. And we thought we'd be able to slow down after that, but alas, we are not.
Rolling into fall, which is really a busy time for you, and talk about more beer and wine trains and the things you have on the schedule.
Well, the beer and wine trains have been phenomenal this year. It leaves Friday once a month from Utica, and it goes up to Remsen. We have a live band on board, and we have two, bars, cash bars for the beer, one for the wine, and people just sit back and relax. Our first class service was sold out. Really in the beginning of our schedule when we announced it. And we've been selling out trains ever since. So, we've got the next one coming up. We've got only about 20 tickets left for that. So you might want to jump on board.
And that's coming up on September 8th.
Yep, September 8th. So we've been very fortunate with, I think, the musicians that we've had on board really have shown us that people will come out and do really anything for a quality product. And for us, that's great, because now we're looking maybe to expand them next year since they went so well this year. And our Haunted Histories excursions, those have been selling out, up in Old Forge. So it's really a great thing. And we have a great partnership with Players of Utica for that. So
that departs out of Thundera.
Thundera, yep. And that's coming up September 16th. Tickets, again, those sell out about 2 weeks ahead of time. So we've sold all those trains out, and we're looking to continue that, wrapping it up in the fall season.
Okay.
So
and some more things you have coming up for fall.
Fall foliage, we were lucky enough to be featured in People magazine with the 100 things to do with your family during the fall, and the Adirondack Scenic Railroad fall excursions from Thundera from Utica to Thundera were featured in it. So we've seen a pretty big spike in those. Those usually sell out anyway.
Yes.
But they've kind of been accelerated tickets on those. And there's a ride for everybody. We're doing from out of the Utica station, Union Station, which is a great asset to be able to leave from. And we're doing some great upgrades to our gift shop there to kind of get that more modernized with a more retro look, if that makes sense for everybody out there. So we're really excited for that.
Yes, I know you're going to expand offerings also.
Yep. We grew our fleet. We grew our fleet from with 2 brand new coaches that were on the northern southern line down south. They're Amtrak certified. They're ready to go. Now we just got to go through the process of getting them from Virginia up to upstate New York, which there's a lot of hurdles. So hopefully we'll have those in operation for the fall foliage trains.
Oh, for fall foliage.
Yeah, so we're looking to get those done really soon. The only things that we really have to do to those are to kind of switch out the seats to make them more comfortable. So we'll be able to hold off on that until next year because the cars are in pristine conditions.
Good.
And we've beat out like the Adirondack or the Alaska Northern Railroad for them and everything. So
excellent.
It was pretty impressive. Beth and our executive director went down there and to the auction. And they didn't know where the women's room was because they really never had a woman come up to the auction. So when Bethan shows up, she knocked everybody's socks off, and we're extremely proud of her work down there. But we're coming out of Utica. We have a Utica to Thundera with no layover, which is probably our most popular train. It's a 4-hour round trip. We have the cafe car on board. There's a brief stop in Old Forge so people can get out, stretch their legs. But that one sells tremendously fast.
And that's just, if you're leaf peeping and you want to enjoy it, and
that's the one to do.
Take the ride up.
And we have one, the regular Utica to Thundera with layovers. Those are all Thursday, Saturdays. We have a free shuttle bus service that roams around town, if you would, on a continuous basis. So you can enjoy a 4-hour layover in Old Forge, hit up Macaulay Mountain, hit the lake cruises are extremely popular this year. And then just get back on and come back home. So we have those. We have Utica, the Big Moose Lunch Train, which are really popular. We offer those only in the fall. And it's a great, you go travel from Utica up north of Old Forge to Big Moose Station and have a delicious lunch up there. So there's a lot to do.
Yeah, yeah. So a great way, I mean, really up close and personal with the fall foliage because you're off of the roadway and you're heading up through, the woods and the forest, places that you wouldn't see from the car.
That you can't see from the car. And this is, the only opportunity you can see some of these remote areas of the Adirondacks. And, the Adirondack Park has the longest fall foliage season, if you would, in the country.
Yes.
So, we get a lot of the New Englanders. They come up with their Boston accents. A lot of city folks come up, tour groups and everything. So, and, it's a great, we're able to pull it off because everybody around us is such, their hospitality during that season is second to none, especially, in Utica around Union Station. You see the hotels, the restaurants. They really go out of their way to accommodate outside visitors, and that's what the majority of our riders are. They're from an hour and a half, 2 hours away, and it's great to be able to confidently welcome them into Utica and the surrounding areas when everybody else is going to be doing the same thing. So it's a really easy sell for us.
Yeah, absolutely. And I Love New York has actually taken the stance, particularly with international promotions, and is really leveraging what you just said, the statement about the fall foliage being, lasting longer. New England has done a great job of positioning themselves with fall foliage, but ours lasts longer, and really we have more broadleaf trees and more variety. So really, when we work with I Love New York on promoting the all of upstate, that's been a lot of their messaging for fall is that, hey, take a look at New York because you're going to get a couple more weeks of travel. Ours stays on longer. You're going to have more variety, and things like the Adirondack Scenic Railroad are great assets that they're helping.
It's amazing
to promote,
too to see people on the fall foliage, because they're glued to the windows. And we have we have a really cool car. It's called the open air car. It has no windows on it, so it's windowless, and it's like the seating's down the middle facing the windows, and you would think it wouldn't make a huge difference, no windows in it, but it really does.
It does.
You get the whole fall effect. You get the smell in the air of those autumn leaves and
the breeze.
The breeze in our open air car, our baggage car is completely empty. It's just a shell. We use that for the beer and wine trains. And the sides are open on it with gates, so people can really get great unobstructed views of the foliage. Wonderful. And we're really excited. We're going to be growing next year with our departures from Utica, and we're sitting on some news for a little bit to tease everybody, but it's really a great time to be part of the Adirondack Scenic Railroad and tourism in Oneida County because it's a growing industry. And people locally might not recognize it fully, but when you talk to folks from outside of the area, they know what we have to offer down here. And we have a heritage railroad. We have a world-class art museum and a zoo and a parkway. The Parkway Center is a great asset. So there's a ton to do, and we're just happy to be, just a cog in that machine, especially with the renovations at the Odd. There's some big things coming in Oneida County.
Absolutely.
We're really happy to be looking ahead and planning ahead to grow with the industry down here. So it's a really exciting time in the city of Utica and Oneida County.
It really is because, the first thing that tour operators, they always want to know what's new. So, as things like this, you're adding cars, you're adding more first-class service, you're doing all of those things. Those are the things they want to know about for their clients.
And we have we've got our eyes out on some pieces of equipment that, it's, believe it or not, rail equipment's not very available out there in the general public.
Be a select product to find.
So we really have our eyes set on some pieces of equipment that are really going to, I think, blow people's minds when our plans come to fruition. So we're looking forward to the next season. We're in the fall season. We've got Polar Express to get through, which we're doing major upgrades.
Up for.
Major upgrade. We've been planning Polar Express for 4 months, 5 months now. And we're doing some major upgrades to what we're offering this year. We're really excited. If you know any theatrical directors out there, send them our way. Any actors out there, send them our way.
And when will those tickets start to be available?
Those have been available since April.
Oh, they have been available. Okay,
First class is all but sold out, and our coach seating is rapidly hitting capacity too. So we're about this time of the year, we start seeing those sales go up as it gets a little chillier out and everybody. So we start running in mid-November on that and run all the way through December 19th. We've added more trains this year. We're lucky enough to see the demand for the product there, so we are upping the trains
Excellent.
and the experience that people are going to be able to enjoy. So
if you've done it in the past,
you
need to come back.
It's going to be a whole new experience.
Yes.
And we've got a great team working on it. Like I said, we're going to be looking for actors coming up, and you get a Warner Brothers credit on your resume, because this is a Warner Brothers
That's
production.
right. Yes.
You know, with Rail Events out of Colorado, which does a great job. They're the licensee. So, you know, they get a Warner Brothers credit. And especially if you're a director or if you're an actor out there, that's a big deal.
That is a big deal. Yeah. So Polar Express is available. Those
Polar
tickets
Express,
as well.
yep.
So all of this information we've talked about and more on your website. So give listeners that.
AdirondackRR.com. You can go there. You find us on Facebook, Adirondack Scenic Railroad. We're always pumping out information. So, yeah, for all your fall foliage needs, it sounds silly to say get your tickets now before they sell out.
Oh,
but
it's true.
Get your tickets now because they will sell out. Our trains departing Utica are 350 passengers, and they sell out.
And they sell out. So, and you can book your tickets online.
You can book your tickets online. If you have any questions, our phone number's up there for our customer service division that's working overtime these days. But yeah, everything's right up on the website. It's AdirondackRR.com. Check it out. Give us a gander, and you won't be disappointed.
Excellent. Thank you, Mark. We'll have you back to talk about Polar Express too. So
I dream about it. Dreams, nightmares. I don't know.
we'll have you back to talk about that. All right.
We'll take a quick break.